Hi guys, welcome to the channel. I'm your boy Retro Bliss, and this is Retro Bliss Gaming. Today we're going to do a review, an update, and some final thoughts and suggestions on the Concerto Cart for the Atari 7800. I want to thank James O'Brien from Zero Page Homebrew for posting an update on a Facebook group about this. I'm by no means an expert on this, and I suggest doing research on the Atari Age forums for information if you're looking for information on this. The reason why I'm doing this video is because I've not seen many videos on the Concerto Cart. So this cart is still in development and there are some problems with it. But I want you to see what this is about and what my final thoughts on this are. So without further delay, let's get to it. Okay, guys, again, I want to thank James O'Brien for bringing this update to my attention. This is from the Atari Age forums. The link will be in the description. What you want to do is go to this webpage. Now, this is an update that will fix some reliability issues and compatibility issues. Now, I will tell you, I did not put this cartridge into the 7800 prior to doing this update, so I'm not sure that it was operational prior to doing this update. So it may have worked right out of the box, so I apologize for not checking that, but doing the update would be a good thing. Now again, doing this update, this video is for entertainment purposes only. I don't want to give you information and tell you how to do this and then you screw it up and then me be responsible. So but this is actually pretty easy if you have the equipment to do this. It's actually pretty easy, and I actually tried this and screwed up, but it's easy to fix if you know what you're doing. So what you want to do, in my case, what you want to do is go to this link down here. I have a Windows unit, so I go to this link and I want to download this executable file. I meant to, so I'm sorry. I wanted to go to I want to go to my downloads page again. And then I'm going to drag that over here. Wait a minute, it's over here. Bring it to my desktop. And then that's the executable file. And then I want to scroll down here, and then this is the BIOS file, and I want to download that. Okay, and then it is down here also, and I want to drag that over here to my desktop also. So I'm going to get this off of here so we don't confuse anything. So what you want to do is, I meant to do this prior to, I want to plug my USB micro USB cable into my Concerto Cart like this. Okay, and your computer should recognize it. Now it gives instructions on what to do if it doesn't. It says you may need to install drivers. I'm not exactly sure what to do in that case, but my computer does recognize that. So go ahead and install the Harmony software here. Let me scroll this over here so you can see it. Well, you might not be able to see it, but you'll want to install the software. Let me get it over here so you can see it. Install the software, hit next, just hit next, 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 hit install, and finish. Okay, now I gotta find the icon. I'm sorry, what did I do with it? Okay, it may be on another monitor. Hold on a minute. Yep, it's over here. Sorry guys. All right, so there's that. So what it says to do is that in the software, plug your Concerto Cart into the micro USB card and start the software. So I started the software. Sorry, it started on another monitor, so I'm dragging that over also. And then what you want to do is you want to go into here. There's an option to pick an EE loader. And depending on what type of 7800 you have is dependent on which bin file you want to pick. Now in my case, I have an NTSC system, so I want an NTSC bin file. So that's what I picked. And then you hit download EEPROM and hit download. And then as you can see, it's downloading. Okay, and wait till it says finish. Now it says taking 7 seconds, and then down at the very bottom of the software, it's basically done. Okay, it's finished. So that's the extent of the software and all that you need to do. Now it's saying into the software itself to select the location of the BIOS file, and which there's a BIOS file that you actually had you drag to the desktop, you know, which you could do that and then select, but I can't get the SD card to be recognized through the Concerto Cart. So what you have to do, at least what I had to do in my case, is what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the SD card. Now the Concerto Cart did not come with a SD card. So what I'm going to have to do is take my SD card and put into an SD card reader like this, and then put the BIOS file on this. So that's what we're going to do. So bear with me. We're gonna pause here for just a second so I can we're gonna format my SD card, because I have something on this SD card, and then we're gonna put the BIOS file on there. So let me put that in the system. Give me just a second here. I'm doing everything on the fly.
2 hours later.
Okay, so it's in there. Since I've already actually done this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to minimize. This is what's on the file. I actually already did this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to back out, and there's the H file. I'm going to format it, and what I did was I formatted it to FAT32, and I'm going to hit start and hit OK, and then hit yes. So everything that I had on there is gone. So everything I did before is gone. So there we go. Everything I did before is gone. So now what you want to do is take that BIOS file, the HBIOS file, and you want to drag it onto that H drive. And then, let's see, make sure I did that correctly. I don't think I did. Yeah, there it is. Okay, all right. So that's the extent of what we can do here. So now what we do is we properly eject this from the computer, and we're going to take this to the 7800. So let's go to the 7800, and this is going to install the BIOS, and then after that, excuse me, you know what? I want to show you something. We can actually add the games now. So no, let's do that now. I'm going to add my games. So I'm going to take a break. You don't need to see me add my games. I'm going to add my games, and then we're going to go to the system. So we're going to go to the system here in just a second. Okay, this is what you're going to see when you first turn on the console after inserting the cartridge. There's going to be a little busy signal. It will be brief. And then this will pop up. And it'll say BIOS update successful. Press fire to continue. And then you press fire on your controller. I had to find my controller. Give me just a second here. And then this busy signal will come up, and then you're done. So it's safe to turn off your console at this point. So just turn off your console and then restart. Okay, this is the startup screen. Flashing light is normal. A little bit of annoying if you have epilepsy, I don't know. This is a disclaimer screen. Firmware is a work in progress. They want you to let them know if you have any problems, and that you will encounter problems if with some games. This is the directory, and these are the games that I put on there. And so we're going to scroll through and play some games. And we're going to do Ball Blazer first. It's worth noting that the Concerto Cart that I bought, I had installed what's called a Hokey chip, which is a replacement for the Pokey chip. I got the socketed version. I'm assuming that's so that if I wanted to install a Pokey chip later, I could. But it's playing and sounding just fine. Sounds good. Now, it's worth noting before we get to the next game that if you look, you'll see that BIOS file that we had put on the SD card. That's no longer needed on there. I would take that off of there, because if you do a future update, it's going to look for a BIOS file. And if you have the wrong BIOS file on that SD card, you might have a problem updating that in the future. So let's play Keystone Copper. This uses the Pokey chip also. Okay, I found a group of games online here, and they're optimized actually for the Concerto Cart. One of the games on here is Donkey Kong. I had not seen this version before, so let's check that out. Okay, I tried on multiple occasions to play Asteroids. I even did multiple installs. Nothing worked. I'm sure that this is a glitch that other people have had. I'm hoping that future updates will fix this. I'll keep you guys posted on what happens. So I've done an assessment of the 2600 games on the 7800 here with the Concerto Cart. Now I haven't done an exhaustive test with this, but it was my understanding that the update would help out with the 2600 homebrew ARM games. I have found that this has not been the case for me. I'm a big fan of the Champ Game homebrew games, and I can't get any of those to work for me, except for the ones that are not the ARM games. But even a lot of the retail games I have not been able to get to work. It's a mixed bag. If you get this cart, I suggest go ahead and putting these games on the cart. The games are probably going to work at some point with future updates, but I'm going to show you some of the games that I put on the cart that were able to work. So do I think that this cart is worth getting for the Atari 7800? Absolutely. Game carts are getting more expensive to buy when you can find them. And then there's the backward compatibility with the Atari 2600. Now, in my testing, I was able to get about 80% of the games that I did try to work for the 7800 games, including the homebrews. So with that being the case, that alone makes the cart alone pay for itself. Now, the playing percentage for the 2600 games for me was lower than that. But that's not a deal breaker because there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of games for the 2600. Now, the Concerto Cart is still under development. So I do see the kinks being worked out at some point. So I would still get this. Now, I will tell you that my understanding is that this cart is, the availability is low right now, but there will be a link in the description where you can get it. Now, there will be a link in the description also if you have the cart already where you can do the current update, where you can also get the needed files. So while I'm here, I also want to thank James O'Brien from Zero Page Homebrew. He has a great YouTube channel where he does 2600 and 7800 homebrew game reviews and premieres. So there'll be a link in the description of this video where you can check out his channel. I appreciate you guys being here. Be sure you subscribe to this channel and check us out. So with that, have a blessed day, and we'll see you on the next one.